One last question.
Yeah, good evening, sir. This is Abhishek Chauhan. I'm a
Abhishek, you have to tell me what do you do about the hair? Pura rock star look.
just got better DNA. That's it.
Good for you, man.
Okay, I'm an entrepreneur based out of Nasik. I'm a real estate developer. Given you're a new generation politician, what are you and your party doing differently to draw better talent in political life? Basically, that's my question.
Better talent in political life. First of all, thank you for calling me a new gen politician because मैं भी बूढ़ा हो गया यार. आजकल जब लोग बोलते हैं 50 साल में भी आप यंग पॉलिटिशियन हो, थोड़ा बुरा लगता है यार. यंग तो 20, 25, 30 तक है, बाद में तो पूरे बूढ़े हैं. But see, the generational shift, the new blood, the young blood that everybody wants to see in politics, politics of difference, etc., etc. I think that can only come about by two ways. See, I'm a second gen politician. My father is a politician, so fortunately I've had the launch pad quickly, so I jumped in. And if you didn't know me as a Nepo kid, then you would certainly look at me very differently. I'm sure for those of you who have done some background check, you would already know. But otherwise, Nepo kids are given that look of contempt कि यार ये क्योंकि इसका बाप है तो आ गया ये, अदरवाइज ये कौन है. एक हमारे लिए चैलेंज ये है बॉस की पहली बात ये है कि in India to get into politics, you have to put up with a lot of mediocrity. You have to be prepared for it. So don't come with your rose-tinted glasses कि पूरा दुनिया रंगीन है और बहुत मतलब खूबसूरत लाइन ऑफ वर्क है और इसमें कई सारे अच्छे चीज़ हैं. अच्छे चीज़ तो है, कई सारे हैं, बट काफ़ी सारे बुरे चीज़ भी हैं. So how do I encourage? For example, what I've done in my own team. Ranjit Reddy, Dr. Ranjit Reddy here is an entrepreneur. In fact, before joining, and he's now a member of parliament from Hyderabad, he's a veterinarian, firstly by training, and then he actually started an industry in poultry, made some money, and then decided that now he's going to serve the society, so he joined politics. So that's one way of doing it. पहले financial freedom achieve करो, फिर बाद में इसमें आओ, ताकि लालच नहीं है पैसे का, यहाँ आके फिर पैसा नहीं बनाना है, पहली बात. दूसरी बात यह है कि selflessly अगर serve करना है, come through the grind. Don't come to me at the time of an election and say, I'm a very educated person. Now just give me a ticket and I'll fight. Come through the grind. You also go through the process for 5 years at least, work in a party, work with my cadre, work with the local ecosystem, understand the problems, create your own master plan कि करना क्या है वहाँ पे, हासिल क्या करना है, other than getting into a post. What is your dream? What is your task? And then I think parties will take you seriously. We have done that. In fact, Telangana movement has been a blessing because our leader has created a new generation of leaders. Our chief minister has given opportunities to many, many youngsters. Today, student leaders in my state have become members of parliament, have become members of legislative assembly. We have another, your cohort is a colleague of yours. His name is Guvala Balraju. Now, Mr. Balraju actually his father. Let me tell you this. His father used to work, as a worker in a large construction company. He's educated his child. Today, Balraj actually created his own enterprise and eventually started becoming a part of the Telangana agitation. He's a first generation politician. He came in, he seated at ISB along with all of you now, and see where destiny takes you.
Do you see other parties doing the same? Any other political parties?
कर रहे हैं, ऐसा नहीं बोलूँगा कि मैं कोई नहीं कर रहे हैं, बहुत लोग कर रहे हैं, बट फिर भी बैरियर्स तो काफ़ी है. मैं एक छोटा सा चीज़ बताता हूँ आपको, आप बैठ जाइएगा 1 मिनट. सो नॉर्मली क्या होता है ना, अगर आप कल जब न्यूज़पेपर आप देखोगे कल सुबह, अगर आपको आदत है पढ़ने की, तो आप एक चीज़ देखिएगा, उसमें आपको 5 किस्म के लोग दिखेंगे. फ्रंट पेज पे आपको दिखेंगे, लास्ट पेज से शुरू करते हैं. लास्ट पेज पे आपको दिखेंगे स्पोर्ट्स स्टार्स. उससे पहले वाला पेज पे आपको दिखेंगे मूवी स्टार्स. उससे पहले वाला पेज पे आपको दिखेंगे बिजनेसमैन एंड बिजनेस वुमेन. और उससे पहले वाले पेज पे आपको दिखेंगे क्राइम में, मतलब क्रिमिनल हो या कोई और पुलिस ऑफिसर हो या जो भी हो, वो दिखेंगे. और आखिरी में आपको दिखेंगे पॉलिटिशियन. 5 किस्म के लोग आपको दिखेंगे. तो इसमें क्या है ना, चैलेंज ये है, आपको पॉपुलर बनना है, सोसाइटी में नाम हासिल करना है. ये 5 तरकीब है, 5 तरीके हैं. स्पोर्ट्स स्टार बनने के लिए टैलेंट चाहिए, मुश्किल है. मूवी स्टार बनने के लिए लुक्स भी चाहिए, लक भी चाहिए, मुश्किल है. बिजनेसमैन बनने के लिए पैसा चाहिए, टैलेंट भी चाहिए, थोड़ा मुश्किल है. क्रिमिनल बनने के लिए भी पैसा, मतलब टैलेंट चाहिए, क्रिमिनल बनने के लिए भी, वो भी थोड़ा मुश्किल है. हमारी एक ही ऐसी फील्ड है जिसके लिए एंट्री बैरियर इतना कम है, इतना लो है कि कोई भी आ गया, थोड़ा पैसा बना लिया रियल एस्टेट में तो आ जाओ पॉलिटिक्स में. My point is, this is a field full of mediocre people. So to actually survive, to thrive, to do well is a huge challenge. It's not easy. This is not a field where, because you have noble ideas and noble thoughts, you will be welcomed and, you would be put on a pedestal. No. You'll have to go through the grind. You'll have to put up with a lot of nonsense, lot of nuisance, and survive. And win electoral battles. Trust me, that's not easy. It is easy to pass UPSC exam, very difficult to crack. Thank you, ma'am. She's nodding furiously. Thank you, ma'am. So it's very, very difficult to survive in Indian politics. I can tell you that much. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You said that for non-performing bureaucrats, there is that you've come up with a plan of 1,000 rupees fine for every day of delay. What about non-performing politicians?
Non-performing politicians are kicked out, ma'am. 5 साल के बाद हमें they will get the boot and we are kicked out any which ways.
No. What does the government do for them? I mean, how does it make sure that they work?
Ma'am, the thing is, see, once you have written an exam, UPSC, and you've come into the field, come into the service, you are there till retirement. You know exactly in what capacity you're going to retire. As Special Chief Secretary or Cabinet Secretary, right? But in the case of us, who have joined politics, we really don't know. So we perform. See, I've been elected.
How has it managed in every field to do so well?
The thing is, see, our Chief Minister is a taskmaster. When you talk, see, I was reeling out a lot of statistics you may have noticed. I'll give you an example. So I went to meet a Chief Minister. Again, naming names is not a good idea. एक 7 साल पहले एक चीफ मिनिस्टर साहब ने मुझे बुलाया. उनको अच्छा लगा ये वाटर ग्रिड प्रोजेक्ट. उन्होंने मुझे बुलाया, खाना वाना खिलाया, बैठ गए हम लोग. तो मैंने उनसे पूछा, सर आपका अर्बन रूरल पॉपुलेशन का ब्रेकअप क्या है? वो तब तक ऑलरेडी 3 साल चीफ मिनिस्टर रह चुके हैं. उनको नहीं पता था. उन्होंने अपने चीफ सेक्रेटरी की तरफ देखा, बोला चीफ साहब कितना है? चीफ ने उसके सेक्रेटरी को देखा. तो क्या होता है ना, आपका अगर बॉस टास्क मास्टर है, बॉस का स्टैंडर्ड एक लेवल पे है, तो ऑटोमेटिकली आपको भी अपना गेम एलिवेट करना पड़ेगा उनके सामने बोलने के लिए. तो हमारी हालत है कि आज हमारे चीफ मिनिस्टर साहब के सामने अगर हम कुछ बोलना है हमें, या कुछ प्रेजेंटेशन देना है, या कुछ पूछना है, वी हैव टू बी सर्कमस्पेक्ट, वी हैव टू बी प्रिपेयर्ड. एंड नॉर्मली हमारे सीएम इतने बड़े टास्क मास्टर है, वी ऑल गो प्रिपेयर्ड इनटू अ रिव्यू, लाइक फुली प्रिपेयर्ड. हम लोग बहुत पढ़ के जाते हैं. बट द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन टिपिकली इज ऑलवेज आउट ऑफ सिलेबस. Always, inevitably. Then we go back scratching our heads कि यार क्या हो गया, बेइज्जती हो गई, फिर वापस. So what happens is, if your leader is actually smart, if your leader has that ability in him, see, leadership is not about shouting at people or being a taskmaster or fining or sacking or throwing them out or sending them to Andaman or things like that. Leadership is about ensuring that you elevate your standards, you elevate your skill, you elevate your game, as and when it is decided. And the last thing I'll tell you, ma'am, honestly, since you asked about politicians, politics is always about one thing, ma'am, and success in politics is always about one thing. It's if you're able to, as a leader, as a politician, offer the hope that your tomorrow is going to be better than today under my leadership, then people are going to vote for me. If you're able to offer that hope, like they say, a leader is a dealer in hope. So if you're able to give that hope, raise that interest in the people, then you're going to survive, you're going to come back. Or else 5 साल के बाद धक्का मार के निकाल दिया जाओगे और घर बैठना पड़ेगा. Thank you.
Thank you. I would request Professor Ashwini Chhatre, Executive Director, Bharati Institute of Public Policy, to briefly speak about this program and the participants.